This season of LEGO Survivor, we travel to the biggest state of the United States, Alaska, home to the Resurrection Bay. 16 strangers will battle it out for a chance to win $1 million in the title of Sole Survivor. But this season has a twist. Resurrection Bay plays a massive part here. At a certain point in this game, after a certain amount of people have been voted off, they will have a chance to have their game resurrected. Who will be the last one standing on night 39 to claim the $1 million prize and the title of Sole Survivor, and who will be able to overcome this twist? We shall see, as LEGO Survivor Season 17, Rise of Resurrection starts now. 39 days, 16 people, 1 survivor.
Salve passa more! Whoa! Whoa!
As I'm walking into the game, I'm noticing my competition. And, if this is who I'm competing against, they might as well give the $1 million to me right now. I'm very nervous going into this game. I think I'm one of the oldest people to play the game. However, I noticed there are some older people who are on the island as well. So, at least I'm not going to be the only one having to deal with that circumstance. I think I'm one of the strongest people here. I served in the military. I have some, experience in survival life. I feel like I have what it takes to win. In my application form, I described myself in 3 words: cutthroat, deceiving, and unapologetic. Because I am, and that's how I'm gonna play the game, and I'm gonna win it. Welcome everyone to LEGO Survivor Season 17. Woo! Alright, so for this season, it's the first season we are taking place within the United States, Alaska specifically. And this season also has a twist. The theme of the season is Rise of Resurrection. However, I will give no other information other than that. Now, with that said, let's organize you guys into 2 teams. Alright, the following will be on the light blue tribe: Anne, Scarlet, Frank, Moose, Winter, Cecily, Ty, and Luke. As for the rest of you, Jacqueline, Charlotte, Connor, Eliza, Walter, Zane, Heather, and Brett, you will join the red tribe. Alright, people on red, you will be known as Kalgin. Everybody on light blue, you'll be known as Ushagat. So, now that you know your tribes, you can now head to your camps. The game has begun. Jeff told us that this theme was Rise of Resurrection. I don't know what that entails, but I guess we'll find out soon. But I hope we find out sooner rather than later. Well, this is camp. Yeah, pretty small place. Alright, well, shall we get to know each other? Sure. We make it to camp. It's a pretty small place, but I guess it's something we'll have to deal with. Tribe's gonna do first impressions, which makes sense. Obviously, you want to start out on the right foot at the beginning of this game. Well, I guess I'll start. Hi guys, I'm Eliza, and I'm a baker. I'm Walter, and I'm a power plant manager. I'm Jacqueline, and I'm a chef. I'm Charlotte, and I'm a florist. I'm Connor, and I'm a CEO. I'm Brett, and I play multiple sports, like rugby, football, beach volleyball, a lot of things, even surfing, too. Interesting. I'm Zane, and I play hockey. Alright, and I'm Heather, and I'm an actress. Alright, so what should we do first? Well, we obviously got to get the shelter done, so let's just do that. So off the bat, I recognize one of the people on my team. Heather Whiteport, she's this, big actress, superstar, in a lot of explorer flicks. Already she's on my hit list. You don't belong here because you already are making millions. Well, that's the base down. Ugh, my arms are cramping. Yeah, it's rough, but, we're not quite done yet. Can someone assist us, please? Oh yeah, I can help. Same here. Alright, is that side secure? Yeah, looks like it. Alright, shelter's all done. Hey Connor, wanna go out in the woods? Yeah, sure. I overheard that. That said, I have nothing against Connor, nor do I have really a full-blown opinion about Walter, but I'm definitely now going to be wary of those two if they are possibly going to work together. Alright, so what do you want to talk about, Walter? Well, I feel like early on you need to make connections, and I feel like we need to make a strong connection because we're the oldest men on our tribe, and we need to work together, or else the other people are probably going to take us out for being the oldest. Yeah, I do notice that. Alright, sure. What do you propose we do? Well, we also have to build our alliance, so I suggest we bring Charlotte into it since she's the oldest woman on our tribe, and then see who else maybe we can swing in. Alright then. At 64, I'm the oldest man on the tribe, and probably of this season. So I have to ally myself early on, or else I'm not going to make it very far. So I start off with Connor because he's the second oldest man on our tribe. I think we can make a good alliance together. I think we should also align with Charlotte because she's, an older woman. So I feel like she can fit in our group. And from that point on, we have to see who else we can maybe jive with the best and see if maybe we can swing them into this alliance. Oh, well, hello there, gentlemen. Oh, Zane. What do you want? Well, I noticed you two were walking here, so I was like, wondering what you two were talking about. Well, I mean, just things in general. Well, tell you what. If you two are making an alliance, then I'm fine with working with you guys. And then maybe we can swing in Brett, because I feel like I can get along well with him, and we can make a solid group of 5. I mean, that's definitely something. Yeah. Are you having early targets out of curiosity? Oh yeah. Really? Yeah. Who? Heather. I mean, do you not recognize who she is? No. I mean, Heather Whiteport sounds familiar. Well, that's because she was in a lot of adventure movies. Like what? Like Red Dusk? Haven't heard of that one. What about, Empire's Gold? Oh! Okay, I seen that one. Yeah, she's already this big actress. She doesn't need the money, she makes millions. So, I say we just vote her off first. Oh, well, I guess if we have an easy target then, I wouldn't mind. You don't need a rocket scientist to know that Walter and Connor are passive and they are no competition. So I feel like it's right for me to ally with them because they're not gonna basically go against what I say because they don't seem like that smart of players. So I feel like if I just align with myself with them early on, I'll have easy control of the vote. So Zane talked to Connor and Walter, who I decided to, spy on to know what their conversation was going to be about. And Zane came along and was like, oh, we should work together to take me out because I'm an actress. Yeah, Zane, you are already shady right off the bat, and I don't trust you. And if you're targeting me, then all that just does is make me want to go after you. So I have to try and see maybe if I can, talk to one of the guys, so that way, I can make sure I don't end up going out. What do you think of Zane? Well, he's definitely very loudmouth. I don't really want to hear him for a bit, but he is willing to do all the heavy lifting, so I think we shouldn't worry. Yeah, I guess. Alright, let's head back to camp. Alright. Psst, Connor. Oh, actually, you go ahead. Why? I might stay back, and just I'll see maybe if I can look for the idol in the meantime. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I'll talk with Charlotte. You do that then, I guess. Connor? Yeah? Hey, Heather, what's up? I overheard that conversation. Oh, between me and Walter? Yeah, you, Walter, and Zane. Oh, you heard that. In all honesty, though, I don't want you gone. It's just like, what else was I supposed to answer Zane with? No, it's fine, it's whatever. But am I, honestly, your target along with Walter? I'm not targeting you. I don't know about Walter, though. Walter, he kind of seems like he's fine taking you out. I'll try and see what I can do, but, yeah. I don't know if I can convince Walter, because he seems like he wants to keep Zane just, so he can create chaos. And, yeah. Truthfully, I don't want to get rid of Heather, but by the looks of it, Walter wants to lean voting her off. Which I understand why, but, I think we can connect better with Heather than Zane. Sure, Zane is, strong physically, but I don't see any reason why we should keep him around if he's going to play stronger mentally, because right now I'm already not really liking him. He kind of seems like a loudmouth. He kind of speaks what he wants. I just don't really like the first impression I'm getting from him. Hey, Walter. Oh, hey, Charlotte. I wanted to talk to you. Alright, about what? Well, earlier in the forest I was talking to Connor, and, he kind of wants to work with me. And I feel like you should work with me as well. Me, you, and Connor are the oldest ones on the tribe, so I feel like it's right for us to stick together for, the first few votes, because people are probably going after us. I guess it makes sense. Alright, I'm fine working with you. Nobody's really been talking to me. I'm grateful to have an alliance with Walter and Connor. They're two older players, which I can connect with easily, but that's also problematic because, they're definitely going to focus a lot on strategy because we're not going to be able to pull ourselves together physically because, we gotta compensate for, being the weaker people on the tribe. Man, ain't he something? Yeah. Me and Jacqueline noticed something about Brett, and it's the fact that he's kind of playing the pretty boy strong guy. Kind of like Hugh from Riau Islands, where he was a pretty boy and a strong guy, but he got taken out early. And he was taken out early because of his charm, because of his social game, because of how much of a threat he was. I'm worried that Brett is going to be like Hugh. Does he think we're fooled? I think he thinks that. Surfer archetypes are not really the brightest. You got Brody from Kiribati. Yeah. So what do you think of him? Well, because he kind of poses as a threat, he looks physical, he looks, fairly social. I don't know about strategic-wise, though, but I still think we need to watch out for him. So Eliza is noticing the threat in Brett, and I do see that too. but she wants to take him out. Personally, I think we should work with him. Sure, he might be a pretty boy and whatnot, but that's good for us because he's got charm, and he's also got, physical game. I feel like people are more likely going to work with him, so I feel like we should align with him to have not only a better chance at making a strong alliance, to get a majority, but also we could, have someone be a shield for us. Yo, Brett. Oh, hey, Zane. Alright, listen, dude. I feel like as our strongest members on this team, we've got to watch each other's backs. Alright, I see what you mean. Right, so, I'm already in a group with Walter and Connor, and they told me they are gonna get Charlotte. So if we join them, we'll have a majority of 5. Why would we want to necessarily work with those 3? They're passive. They're not gonna be against what we say. I mean, you're not wrong, I guess. Not gonna lie, Zane yaps a lot. We haven't even been here for like 4 hours. And after we were done with the shelter, he was yapping about, how me and him are like the strongest members on our team. And then he comes up to me being like, with all this strategy talk. I don't think he needs to do it this early, by the way, but he's choosing to do so on purpose. And that just gets me thinking he's just going to be this dangerous player moving forward. I'll keep working with him in my mind, but yeah, logically, I don't think I would want to work with him. Psst, Brett. Huh? Over here. Heather, what are you doing? It's not important. Just follow me. Alright then. Huh, Heather, what do you want to talk to me about? Well, we wanted to talk to you because we wanted to warn you about Zane. Why? Zane is just bad news. He's already, creating alliances right off the bat. And he's already playing strategically really, really hard right now, and I don't think he needs to. Yeah, I have noticed that, it's kind of weird why he's just going out of his way to do it. Well, at Survivor, obviously you're going to see people play strategic. However, I don't feel like he needs to, especially this early. Yeah. So I was thinking we could take him out early. On top of that, he wants to take me out. Oh, he never told me that. Yeah, I know, I overheard the conversation. Of course he left it out. Huh. Alright, well, I'll consider it because, to be fair, it is still very early to, make assumptions and also play something like this. Yeah, I guess. Me and Connor devised a plan to try and get people against Zane, and it possibly will work, but it will possibly not work, because, Zane is not one of those people who will be oblivious to people planning. He doesn't seem like that player. If he is, then may God smite me right now. But yeah, realistically, we still need to take him out early because, he's already targeting me, and if we just get people against him, that'll deter them from wanting to work with him, and hopefully we can send him out early because he needs to know his place. Alright guys, let's not waste any time. Let's get first impressions out of the way. You don't have time to waste in this game, so you gotta make your right first impressions pretty quickly because, we gotta get ready on the shelter because we gotta get a leg up on the other tribe. My name is Luke, and I'm a lieutenant. Alright, I'm Cecily, and I'm a financial advisor. My name's Ty, and I'm a police officer. I'm Winter, and I'm an astrophysicist. That young? Yeah. Huh, interesting. I'm Scarlett, and I'm a retail buyer. My name is Daniel, but I prefer my nickname of Moose. I'm a stunt performer. I'm Anne, and I'm a nurse. And I'm Frank, and I used to work in the army. Alright then, so shall we get ready on the shelter? Yep. My nickname is Moose for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's literally my last name. But number 2, because that's what people kind of call me. A moose. Probably because of my stature and my build. You know, I think I'm a fairly strong guy. I feel like I'm probably one of the stronger people here, along with, you know, that lieutenant guy. I feel like overall we have the stronger tribe, and I expect us to start winning a lot of challenges because I feel like we got the upper hand on the other tribe in terms of physical aspect. Alright, is that in place? Looks like it. Alright, looks like the shelter's all done. The 4 guys were absolute units on the shelter. They built it relatively quickly. That does get me worried, as all 4 of them can pose as a physical threat moving forward. And yeah, so I'm definitely concerned about that. So, Cecily, what's on your mind? Nothing much. I feel like we have a strong tribe, but I am worried about the guys. You know, all 4 of them, they did great on the shelter, but you know, they did it relatively fast. Yeah, I was definitely concerned about that, but hey, the stronger people we have on our tribe, the better, right? I mean, we won't have to go to tribal council anytime soon. Yeah, I wouldn't go ahead and jinx yourself, but, yeah, I guess if you want to bank on that, then I guess fine. But, in my opinion, those guys are kind of scary to have in the game early on, because if they make the merge, well, they'll definitely be even scarier. Cecily seems like a smart person, and obviously that's not someone who I want to keep around, because anyone playing strategic is automatically a threat to me, because you play strategic and I'm going after you. But she doesn't seem entirely, you know, that dangerous right now, but the more she starts building on her strategy, then that will definitely make me see that she's definitely one of the bigger threats here. And obviously I'm not going to keep her around that long, heck no. But, you know, definitely someone to consider working with for, like, the first vote. Do you think maybe the guys can make an alliance? It's possible, but we gotta hope that they don't, because then we'll have to form an alliance with Winter and Anne then, because, you know, we don't want to end up being on the wrong side of the numbers at the first vote. Yeah, true. Oh, hey, Scarlet. Hey, Winter, can I talk with you for a second? Yeah, sure. What is it? Alright, so me and Cecily are thinking that maybe the guys could form an alliance, and if they're going to do so, we need to form one ourselves. I guess, but isn't it a bit early to judge a bunch of people making an alliance straight off the bat just based on, you know, what happened with the shelter? I know it's kind of early on to do this, and it's kind of wrong to make judgments, but I feel like we gotta do this just as a precaution. I guess. There's some paranoia already happening on the tribe. Personally, I'm not too worried. Could the guys make an alliance? Maybe, but I'm not too worried about it because, you know, I'm pretty sure the mindset of some players is that we need to take out, you know, dangerous competition, but the other mindset is to keep someone around in case of a shield in the future. So, Frank, how long have you been serving in the army? Oh, almost 30 years. Dang, that's impressive. Yeah, my last battle, I retired after it because, well, I got my leg blown off. Dang. Yeah, luckily I had the financial aid to back up, so, I was able to get a mechanical leg. Dang, will you be fine in challenges? Oh yeah, I basically trained myself to, you know, live on this leg. Oh, well, that's cool. Frank is someone who I have the utmost respect for. You know, he served in the army for a long time, and he's, you know, a former army veteran, you know. And guy has a mechanical leg now, and, you know, I can connect with the guy because, well, you know, we both seen stuff in the army that, you know, a lot of people don't really see, and, I feel like we can bond over that. I feel like us two can make a solid alliance. Oh yeah, I'm fine working with you, Luke. So, who do you think we can get along with also? Probably Moose. You know, he seems like another tough guy. And then maybe Scarlet. Scarlet, really? Yeah, I mean, we need some smart people on our alliance, and I feel like, you know, retail buyers are pretty smart. Huh, interesting. Obviously, I bond well with Luke. I also gotta make sure I build up a strong alliance so I can make it far. I think I want to make one with Moose and Scarlet as well. Moose seems like another strong player, and Scarlet seems fairly smart. So I feel like it's smart for me and Luke to ally with those two. So you wanted us over here, Frank? Yes. Alright, what's up? Well, I feel like I connect the best with all three of you, and I feel like we can all make a solid group of 4, and therefore we need to bring one more in. Alright, I'm down with this alliance. Yeah, same here. I think I can get one more person in. Alright, well, that's great. After the challenge, if we do lose, we'll probably think on who we're targeting. Alright, sounds good. I'm down to really work with anybody off the bat, so Frank and Luke definitely seem like two people I can work with. And Scarlet as well, so I feel like this can be a solid group of 4, and we can only get one more person in to ensure we got the majority, so I feel pretty good about this group. So what do you think of those two? I mean, working with them makes sense. I mean, I'm down to consider my options if you are. Oh yeah. Besides, I think I could, align myself with really anybody here. Yeah, same here. Not gonna lie, Moose is kind of scary. And do you wanna know why? It's pretty simple. He's kind of playing like me. He's kind of wanting to observe who's making an alliance where, and he wants to try and see maybe where power can be and get that power. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to gain power. And what we've established last season, thanks to Brittany, is anyone playing a game similar to you is automatically your biggest competition. So I feel like maybe it might be smarter for me to just get rid of Moose straight off the bat, because, on top of him playing similar to me, he's also got his physical game to back him up. So, it might be smarter to try and cut someone like Moose. Alright, girls, I feel like if there is a guys' alliance going around, we need to make sure we have, each other's backs. Yeah, I'm down with it. Okay, sure. Alright, so, yeah. The guys don't really have a majority. I think it might be Frank, Luke, and Moose. Ty, I don't think they brought into the alliance. They might. They probably are as we speak, but, I mean, I don't feel like they've talked to Ty. So I feel like if we do lose, we probably have to try and flip him on our side. Alright then. But if they're not really working with him, then, well, why should we worry? Because there's a possibility they get Ty and Ty a vote. Duh. Scarlet wants to take control of the game and be like this leader of our alliance. Honestly, I'm fine with that, because if she wants to call the shots early, then she'll obviously be a bigger threat than I will. And, I intend for that to continue being the case. If, she builds up her, her game, it's all gonna crash and burn sooner rather than later. So, I made this group of 4 with the girls, because there's a possibility, the guys get together. I don't think they talked with Ty, which is good for me, because I can swing him onto our side in case if we need him. And then we can just throw him out whenever we don't need him anymore. That being said, I'm not entirely for this girls' alliance, just because, I know I formed it, and it sounds hypocritical for me to go against an alliance I formed, but I only formed it out of necessity in case, so I feel like that this group isn't going to last long, but I don't really care about that. I just care about getting myself further into this game. Yeah, am I disappointing any of you right now? I mean, I'm behind in terms of making allies. I can tell, because I'm seeing alliances already. I'm seeing one with Frank and Luke, and one with Winter, Cecily, and Anne. And I feel like I haven't really made any connections with anybody. Maybe I can overhear her conversation. So what do you guys think of Scarlet? I mean, she's definitely playing hard. Yeah, I agree, but I think it's probably for the best, If she's putting herself out there as a big threat, then that's good for us, because it's less eyes on us. Yeah, I agree. Well, it's not an alliance of 3, it's an alliance of 4, because Scarlet's not there. They're intending to keep Scarlet as a shield or a number or something. I don't know. But, I don't know what to make of it. I mean, it's not any of my concern. I don't think they're after me, though they could be after me. I mean, I've been completely left out of the loop of certain things. But I don't think I am being targeted early. I don't think I'm on everybody's mind, because if I were, then I would be putting myself out there as a big threat, when in reality I haven't. Welcome to your first immunity challenge of the season. For your first challenge, you'll be trying to get your treasure chest through an obstacle course and to your last platform. Here's how it works. 3 people will try to get it over the first obstacle. Then 2 will try and get it across the second obstacle. Then 2 will have to carry it over to the gray platform. And then finally, the person on the gray platform will throw the ball within the treasure chest into the basket. The first tribe to do so wins immunity, safe from the vote. Losers, tribal council, and someone will be the first person voted off this season. So, assign who's going to do what, and we'll get started. Alright, just take a look at who's doing what for the challenge. Now that you know what you're doing, survivors ready? Go! Kalgin starting to get their treasure chest over the first obstacle. But it looks like Ushagat has a lead against them. Ushagat trying to slide their treasure chest over the highest part of this first obstacle. Well, it looks like for Kalgin, Brett is kind of doing it by himself now. Brett now getting the upper hand on the chest, and now he's making a lot of progress. Meanwhile, Scarlet and Luke are getting their chest over, but it looks like they're slightly behind. Ushagat almost finished with the first obstacle, but it looks like Kalgin's done with their first obstacle. Now Charlotte and Jacqueline can get through the second obstacle. I can handle pulling, you just help with pushing it. Alright then. Kalgin making progress on the second obstacle, where it looks like Ushagat has gotten to the second obstacle now. They can start. Looks like Jacqueline and Charlotte are making solid work, whereas looks like Frank is going to do this entire section by himself. Kalgin are almost done, but Ushagat isn't far off. Kalgin have been ahead the entire challenge, and that still continues as they're done with the second part, and now Zane and Eliza can move on to the third section. Frank pushes it as hard as he can, and he gets it to the other side, meaning Ushagat can start. Kalgin making progress, but it looks like Ushagat is having some issues trying to angle the chest the right way. Kalgin are being steady, and they're almost done. And looks like Ushagat is moving, but they are in an awkward place. Ooh, Anne falls over. This is not looking good for Ushagat. Zane and Eliza are basically there. They just need to place the chest down. Anne is recovering, but it looks like Moose is just carrying the chest by himself. He's not that far away from Ty. Zane and Eliza bring the chest to Heather. She can now get the ball out of the chest and throw it into her basket. Moose is closing in on Ty. He's almost back, and looks like he doesn't even need Anne to finish this challenge. Heather is ready to throw, but looks like Moose brings back the treasure chest for Ushagat. Now Ty can start throwing. Ty is trying to get his ball. Heather then throws. Ooh, and in one shot, she succeeds, which means Kalgin win immunity and are safe from the vote. Congratulations, Kalgin, on winning immunity. You guys are safe. No one going home from your tribe. You guys can head back to camp and await your next challenge. As for everybody else on Ushagat, I got nothing else for you guys except a date with me at Tribal Council, where one of you will be the first person voted out of this game. Alright, so grab your stuff, head on out, and I'll see you guys tonight. In that challenge, our tribe seemed to have the disadvantage in terms of physical aspect, but we made up for it with our strategic aspect. We knew how to plan that challenge perfectly, and we were able to succeed. And now that we won, I'm pretty sure we've tipped the scales, and I'm hoping that this is a sign of things to come. I'm very annoyed. You know, we seem to have the better tribe on paper, but we still ended up losing. That being said, I think, however, the vote should be pretty straightforward. Alright, guys, I know Anne's a sweetheart, but unfortunately, she's the weakest overall. Yeah, I agree, so she just has to go home first. Alright, I'm down with it. Yeah, same here. I mean, to be fair, you did have to carry that chest practically all by yourself. Yeah, so all we need is one more person. By the looks of it, Ty might be the outsider, so I feel like we should try and swing him. Alright then, sounds good. I don't want it to be very anticlimactic and just have it be an easy vote, but I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Anne's the weakest one, plain and simple. So, you know, moving forward, if we want the better tribe, we need to vote her off. So what do you think of Luke and Frank's plan? I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, Anne's the weakest, so we need the best tribe we can, and she just so happens to be the weakest. So, I think we should talk with Ty, and hopefully, we can get the majority to get, Anne out. Alright then. Yeah, Anne screwed up badly today, but that being said, I don't think that should be a justifiable reason for her to go. I mean, obviously, people are gonna be leaning towards voting her off, but I have to make sure the vote gets on somebody else because I want something interesting to happen for the first vote. And yeah, right now, my mind is still set on Moose. I mean, Moose is, you know, proved to be one of the most physical guys on our tribe. I mean, he carried that chest all by himself. That being said, we still have Luke and Frank on our tribe. And I think our loss was just a fluke. I think it was us just not planning that challenge properly. So yeah, Luke, Frank, Ty seems pretty strong. I'm fairly physical, so I don't know about you, but in my opinion, I just don't think we'll be needing Moose. Oh, hey, you two. Hey, Ty. What's up? We want to see how you are on voting Anne. I'm fine with doing it. Alright, great, because Luke and Frank should be doing it. I don't know what Cecily or Winter are gonna do, but yeah, me and Scarlett are gonna do Anne. Alright, cool. Hey, Ty, can we talk? Yeah, sure. I'm definitely gonna be on high alert about Scarlett because, you know, I overheard the girls' conversation about her. So I'm definitely gonna keep my radar on completely in case if I smell something fishy about her. So, what's up, Scarlett? So, obviously I'm not against voting off Anne, but how do you feel about the rest of the tribe? I mean, I don't know. I mean, the challenge did show everyone's strengths, and I think Moose might be our strongest, and Anne is obviously our weakest. Yeah, in all honesty, I'm between one of those two. Really? You want to take out Moose? Honestly, kinda. I mean, yeah, he is one of our strongest, but at the same time, I don't think it's smart to take him far into the game. He seems like he'll be a threat later down the line. I mean, he's very strong, he's pretty smart, and he's just kind of a player who scares me. Huh. Besides, I think me, you, Frank, and Luke are strong enough, so I think we can make up for his loss. So I feel like we can just take out Moose tonight and be done with that. Okay then. I'm shocked that Scarlett wants to try and take Moose out, because Moose is one of our strongest members. Like, why would you want to take him out? But at the same time, she isn't wrong about him being a threat and him possibly being a threat later down the line. And yeah, me, her, I mean, I don't know about her, but yeah, me, Frank, and Luke are strong enough. But the question is, are we strong enough to make up for the loss of Moose? I don't know. But at the same time, I'm still thinking we might have the stronger tribe regardless over the other tribe. But I still don't really want to take out Moose and fracture the tribe. Alright, girls, I think I got a plan. Alright, what are you thinking? Well, I think it should be us four, and I talked to Ty, and we're gonna vote for Moose tonight. What? Moose? Yes. Why would we take out our strongest member? Hey, it's either that or we lose Anne, okay? I mean, I don't want to go home, so I guess I'll write Moose's name down. Scarlett, can we talk? Yeah, sure. So, Anne, what do you think of that? I mean, I don't really want to take out Moose, but at the same time, if it's him or me, obviously, I want him to go. Yeah, but why should we just listen to what Scarlet wants? Because then she'll pose as a threat moving forward and people will target her over us. Yeah, but I know, but we should probably stand up for ourselves once in a while. I mean, maybe, but I just don't think we need to right now. Scarlet, not gonna lie, this plan is really freaking stupid. Why? Because if we vote off Moose, we're gonna fracture the entire tribe. He gets along fairly well with everybody here. It makes no sense to take him out. I know, but it's either that or we lose Anne and have a weaker alliance and possibly be on the bottom of the tribe. I don't want to be at the bottom of the tribe, but why can't we take out someone like Luke or Frank or even Ty? Because Ty's the one we're gonna flip over. And we don't want Frank or Luke to go because they aren't posing as a threat right now. I mean, I don't know. Frank proved he was pretty well in that challenge, despite him, missing a leg. Yeah, well, guess what? It's gonna be Moose, and that's fine. Suddenly, I'm thinking that allying with Scarlet long-term isn't gonna be a good idea, especially when she's this controlling in the Alliance. I just don't understand why we should vote Moose off instead of, say, Ty or Frank. I mean, I may not want to vote off Luke, but why do we vote Moose off over, the guy missing a leg or the guy who didn't even get to really do anything in the challenge, but hasn't made any connections with anybody? It doesn't really make any sense. I want control of the vote, and if Cecily isn't willing to go through with it, then, well, I might have to try something else to guarantee that tonight goes my way. You know what? Fine. Who would you want to do then? I would probably want to do Frank. Why Frank over Ty? Because I can't really take out Ty if he's the one we're flipping. And Frank, might be a threat later down the line. Alright, then we'll just tell the girls that we're voting Frank, and, well, I think we would have the numbers to get rid of Frank if we're tricking Ty to vote for Moose. Great. Alright, girls, change of plan. We're voting for Frank. Wait, why Frank? Because I feel like we didn't really let Ty get a chance to do that challenge, and we need Luke for challenges as well as Moose. So, we need to do Frank. Besides, I think he might be dangerous later on, especially he might get some sympathy in the end since he is missing a leg. I guess. I have no clue what the heck is going on, and I'm very scared. Because at first we were voting for Moose, and then Cecily and Scarlet walk off. They come back and tell me, oh, now the plan is to do Frank. What the heck is going on? Is it going to be Frank or is it going to be Moose? I don't know. And I'm freaking out because if we can't come to a decision, we might end up screwing up our votes, and we might end up having the guys get their way, and I would end up going out. And I did not come into this game just to be voted off first. Scarlet, what the heck is happening? I'm freaking out right now. Calm down, Anne. Here's the thing. Cecily wanted to do Frank, but here's what we're gonna do. We're still gonna vote for Moose. Wait, what? Why? Well, because he's still the biggest threat. So what? We're just gonna lie to Cecily at the very first tribal council of the season? Yeah, because in Survivor you gotta lie, you have to betray, and I mean, she doesn't really want to do what we want to do. I mean, would you rather have her as the one leading the Alliance or me? I mean, you did talk to us more than she has. Exactly. And I mean, you did come up with the plan first. Just a thought. I'm definitely worried because Scarlet is basically saying to me and Anne that we're voting for Moose still, and that we're just gonna be lying to Cecily at the very first vote. That's kind of a very villainous thing to do. But if she's willing to play villainously, then that could be my benefit, because if she screws people over and betrays them, I might have a solid chance at winning this thing if I'm against her in the finals. Now, granted, I might have to make my own moves and put something on my own on my resume, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Hey, Ty. Oh, hey, guys. Alright, so you know what you're doing tonight? Not really. Alright, because we're doing Anne, and if, Scarlet is with us, should be 5-3 on Anne. Alright then. The thing is, I can't tell the guys about Scarlet's plan, because I may be tempted to do it, because, Moose is a threat. But at the same time, I don't really trust Scarlet, because I overheard the girls' conversation, as I just said. But at the same time, Scarlet actually went out of her way to talk to me, whereas I had to go up to the guys to talk with them. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Well, hopefully everything goes well. Good luck, Moose. Oh, really? What do I need luck for? Just good luck in case of, it could be me going out. Guys, do you think the girls are targeting me? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, but we still have the majority, right? If Ty is with us, and Scarlet is with us, then we should have the majority. Okay, but I'm not really so certain because, Scarlet has talked with the girls. Yeah, but I feel like she's more gonna be with us. I don't know about you, but I'm very worried now. Ty told me good luck, and that basically spelled out that I'm probably getting votes. I don't know what to do, because there's a possibility Ty votes for me, and, it ties a vote. But at the same time, Scarlet might not want to go to Rocks, so therefore she would not want to vote with me and probably vote against me. I'm getting really scared if the people who I've actually talked to are even loyal to me. Scarlet, you're still good with us, right? Of course. Alright, because we did talk with Ty and he's fine with Anne going. Alright, great. He did tell me good luck, so I'm pretty sure the girls are probably voting for me. Okay then. God dang it, Ty. Are you just gonna also have to go on my hit list along with Cecily after Moose goes? Gosh dang it, I can't give that guy one thing and expect him to keep it a secret, can I? Welcome, Ushagat, to your first tribal council of the season. So, Cecily, what do you think went wrong in that challenge? Well, Jeff, I think we had the right people on the stations. We just had some hiccups along the way and we just couldn't recover. The other team just were ahead and we couldn't catch up. So Anne, how are you feeling? Because you were part of the hiccup in that challenge, as Cecily said. Yeah, and that definitely makes me worried that I'm probably going home tonight. So, Ty, how do you base tonight's vote on? Well, there's a lot of factors, Jeff. It could be someone who you probably can't work with moving forward, people who you can't trust. I don't know. We're about to find out. What do you think, Moose? Do you agree with Ty's assessment there? Well, the thing is, we need the best tribe we can be, and I feel like that tonight's vote is probably going to be based on trying to keep the tribe better moving forward. Alright, with that out of the way, it's time to vote. Winter, you'll start us off. Sorry, but we need the best tribe we can be. You're a sweet lady, but you gotta go first. I hate that you have to be the first one to go, but I just don't want to go anywhere. I'll go tally the votes. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now'd be the time to do so. No? Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote, Anne. Next vote, Frank. That's one vote Anne, one vote Frank. Third vote, Anne. That's two votes Anne, one vote Frank. Moose. That's two votes Anne, one vote Frank, one vote Moose. Fifth vote, Moose. We're tied. Two votes Anne, two votes Moose, one vote Frank. Anne. That's 3 votes Ann, 2 votes Moose, 1 vote Frank, 2 votes left. The 7th vote, Moose. We're tied. 3 votes Ann, 3 votes Moose, 1 vote Frank, 1 vote left. The final vote. And the first person voted out a Survivor Rise of Resurrection. Moose. Moose, that's 4 votes. That's enough for tonight. You need to bring me your torch. Moose, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Unfreaking believable. Well, tonight, you certainly are a divided vote. How can you guys recover from this vote? Only time will tell. Grab your stuff and head back to camp. Good night. What's this? Welcome to the Resurrection Twist. After 6 people have been eliminated, you'll have a chance at getting back in this game. Blah, blah, blah. It's a possibility that nobody ends up coming back. Interesting. Nobody wants to be the first person eliminated from the game, of course, and unfortunately, I had to go out first, and that hurts even more since I'm a competitor. I don't know who planned it, and I don't know why, but, you know, it worked out for them because I'm out of the game and whoever planned it is still in. I just don't think I deserve to go out first. But hey, this resurrection twist seems interesting, so that person better watch out in case if I do come back. Because, you know, screw them. I'm coming back for you.